It's an overcast day here at California University of Pennsylvania, but you can't dampen the excitement of another homecoming parade. Hi, I'm J.R. Wheeler, and I'm joined with Mike Mays, my partner, and this year's theme is superheroes. And Mike, I know you got a chance to sneak down there and take a look behind the scenes. What'd you see?
Yeah, I saw some of the fraternity floats, and it looks like it's going to be pretty good today.
So you got to see quite a few of them. And, of course, passing in front of us right now, the traditional start, the California Borough Police Chief, as well as the Police Chief here for our public safety. And they're followed up by the Color Guard. Tell you, Mikey, it was overcast when we got here, but a little bit of rain right now,
drizzle
so you
going
feel,
on.
you hopefully it just passes by. And passing in front of our grandstand right now, you see representatives of our Veterans Affairs and Army Legion. You always have to love what they've done for our country.
Yes.
Tell you, again, this year's theme is superheroes, so I'm kind of excited to see what the different groups were able to do with the floats this year.
Yeah, I know there's a Hulk float and Superman, so can't wait for those.
Oh, man, you can't beat that then, Mike. And we have our traditional people just gathering up on either side of the sidewalk with little kids looking for the candy to get thrown their way.
Hey, I'm looking for some candy.
Mikey's always looking for the candy dish. And here we go on one of our local fire trucks. This appears to be our national champion basketball team, Mike.
Looks like we got all of them.
Yes, it
Most
does.
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah, it does. Nice turnout. Smiles all over their faces.
Yeah.
Even though they're sitting in raindrops, they don't care. They love it. That's great to see them. That was an exciting year last year.
Oh, yeah.
You know, anytime you can be a part of a national championship team, you just love it. There you go. That's right. They're all waving at Mike Mays. They know he's calling the parade. I always like to see, especially when it's a rainy day like this, Mike, the brave people that volunteered their convertibles to ride through it even though it's in the rain. And there you go.
Behind the coaches.
There's the coaches, and they've got the trophy with them. Followed up in a beautiful yellow convertible, there's our university president, Jerry Jones. And I'm going to give him some love. There's her husband, Jeff, sitting up front throwing the candy out. So, hey, got to give him some love. And following the president, there's Washington County Commissioner Larry Magi, joined by his lovely wife, Jean. In fact, she's doing the driving. So that lets you know who does the driving in the family, Mike. And here it comes the first signs of the California University Marching Band. We've got the baton twirlers, the flag unit. I always thought that would be a tough job, Mikey, to be a baton twirler, especially on a day like this where you got to look up to catch the thing.
And during the football games when it's like freezing. I don't know how they do it.
I don't either. You're exactly right. It's brave. All right. There's the California University Marching Band.
Playing Captain America.
Playing Captain America, First Avenger. So why don't we go ahead and take a listen, Mikey, for the California University Marching Band and Captain America, the First Avenger. An excellent rendition, Mikey, of the theme from Captain America: First Avenger. And it was nice to see amongst the California University band, anyone you saw there not wearing a uniform was a member of the alumni band, Mikey.
It's nice to see them come back and help out with the band.
Exactly. And here comes our first float of the day. And I'll tell you what, I believe this is the Arkham Asylum Suicide Squad. It kind of looks like it, just, with the mixture of the different themes and everything like that. I saw some Joker signs and some Enchantress and everything.
Yeah, Harley Quinn, yeah.
Yeah, I think that is the Suicide Squad. Who built that one, Mikey?
Kappa Psi and Alpha Psi, Omega.
Yeah, I think that's who it is. And of course, that float is followed up by the beginnings.
Last year's King and Queen.
Yep. And then followed by this year's Homecoming King and Court. Of course, we'll find out who the King and Queen are at halftime of today's game. But as you can see here, this is the court. I like the first court. I like that when you're pulling a boat behind you, man. It seems like you're ready for any kind of weather.
I like Godzilla chasing after the car.
And they're coming up again. Are members of the homecoming court for this year's 2015 homecoming court. And as you can see, they're riding through. They're all in convertibles. And again, the people are brave to have their tops down for this. This is great. There's Jose Negron, who is the editor of the Cal Times, a member of the court this year. Here's a popular person. Just because she's throwing candy to the kids. Throwing candy to everybody. That's Justin D. Purina, part of the court, throwing candy. People are loving him. Always throwing it up high. People love it. And there we go. The last two vehicles for holding the 2015 homecoming court. Followed up by the Cal U Theater Department, Mikey, and they're advertising this year's holiday play,
Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah, man. You know who? You've seen that, right? The movie.
Yes. Great movie.
Should be a great musical this year. I love some of the costumes out here. Now, of course, all these don't represent the play, but a lot of them do. Raggedy Ann and Andy.
And here comes the radio station.
Yeah, for the first time ever, WCAL is in the parade. They've got their system hooked up, and they've teamed up with the dance team to provide them music. So it's wonderful to see. WCAL, and following behind them will be the Cal U dance team. Gotta love seeing the mobile radio station.
That's got some EDM playing in the back.
Yep, and here comes the dance team, of course.
Yeah.
And the drops of rain doesn't seem to have affected their spirit at all.
No.
That's the Cal U dance team being serenaded by radio station WCAL 91.9. And coming up now on another California fire truck is the California High School baseball team, who were the 2015 WPIAL runner-ups. They had a great season in baseball. They really did, especially for a smaller school like California High School. Following the baseball team, Another boat. Man, this is like the second boat we've
Yeah,
seen.
a lot of kids on this one.
Yeah, I was going to say, do they know something that we don't know? But this is representing the village, which is an early childhood education center. So that's why we have all the kids all dressed up in different superhero outfits. I like the guy in the back, man, a little kid driving the boat. He knows what he's doing.
A lot of superhero costumes. I see Spider-Man, the Hawks.
And that looks like the Black Student Union banner. Followed by the beginnings of the Roscoe Fire Department. Fire and rescue truck. And this is leading up our California youth football and cheerleaders. Mikey, did you play football when you were that size?
Actually, my squad team too small for a football team.
Well, these are the future players for California high school. These are the little ones. Youth football, and they're followed, of course, by the cheerleaders. Great representation. It's nice to see here, too. I mean, even though the weather has not been very cooperative, the streets are lined with people, and I know coming in from town, I mean, that place is packed down here, so it's a nice crowd for this year's...
Yeah, decent-sized crowd.
Nice crowd for this year's homecoming, and I think a lot of the kids are interested in the theme. Go. Engine 16 for the Roscoe Fire Department, bringing up the conclusion of the Roscoe Fire Department. And here comes members of our California University Alumni Board. So they're smart. They get to ride in this. What is this, like a stretch limo golf cart?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like a stretch limo golf cart. Okay,
here
here
we
comes
have
our next float.
the invisible Batmobile with Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
Excellent, man. This is excellent. So what was the theme again of this one, Mikey?
It's from SpongeBob SquarePants. Invisible Batmobile. You got Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy in the back of it.
Okay. Excellent. Very good, very good. Okay. And following that float, this is our state representative, Peter J. Daly. I've been here in California, and this is my 38th parade, Mike. And actually, Pete Daly has been involved with more of them, so he's got me by several years. And following Pete Daly, of course, is the California Trojan Band. Let's take a listen, Mike. There you have the California Trojan Marching Band, and following them, just as tradition dictates,
cheerleaders.
The high school cheerleaders as well. And here's the first of the rescue trucks from the Stockdale Fire Department. Here's more of your California processional. Looks like members of the football team. And following them, of course, would be members of the 2015 California High School Queen Emily Davis, followed by her court. Okay, Mikey, if you could have any of these convertibles, which one do you want?
That last one right there, that red and maroon.
That's exactly what I was looking at too. That's sweet, sweet.
That's a nice ride.
You know that guy, he'll be spending the next 48 hours like polishing it and getting all the raindrops out of it and everything like that, because that's his baby. Anno Savage, a member of the 2015 court. She's the lucky young lady who gets to ride that sweet ride. And of course, what would a homecoming parade be without politicians, especially in election year, riding by us? So great to see them out. Following next is a group of students representing Rotary International from California, PA. Wonder after a homecoming parade like this, how many kids end up having to go to the dentist because of all the candy?
Lots of candy being thrown.
I know. Uh-oh, here comes one of my favorites coming down the street now for our next float, Mikey. I can see the spectacular Spider-Man. Standing right between the Twin Towers on our own CalU campus. What do you think of this one, Mike?
Yeah, this is not real heroes don't wear capes.
Uh-huh. It's still Spider-Man to me.
Yeah. And that float was done by Alpha Sigma Alpha and Alpha Kappa Lambda. I'm sorry. Psi Sigma Psi and Alpha Psi Alpha.
That's okay. As I've said a million times, it's all Greek to me. But they did a nice job on the Spider-Man float.
Yeah.
Coming up here, of course, is the Brownsville Ambulance. We always like paying homage to the ambulance drivers because these, most of the time, are volunteers that are there to serve, just like the firemen and police. And I know if I ever go down, I want somebody there to pick me up. So, and of course, the blue and white fire truck from South Brownsville. It's always easy to pick out of the area. Tire ladder number 6. I think they've been in as many parades as I've been here. I've seen that truck every year. You can always pick it out, blue and white. And of course, they're leading in the Brownsville area high school marching band. Brownsville High School Marching Band. Let's see who we have here. Some youth group. Again,
youth
throwing
choir.
out candy, so that's fine. Throwing out candy and waving to the crowd. Followed by our next
Batmobile.
float. And who's this, Mikey? What float is this one?
We have the Batmobile, done by Delta Chi and Alpha Chi Rio.
That is a nice-looking Batmobile.
That is awesome.
You can always tell the well-built floats because you can look at that float.
And Teddy put a lot of time into it.
Right, and you can't see an empty spot. You know, it is covered with pumps. And believe me, having pump floats in my day, I can tell you, taking those little squares of tissue and shoving those into chicken wire over and over and over, it's kind of crazy.
Nicely done.
It is a very nice float. Even got some nice moving parts on it with the bat signal here. Moving. It's a great job. Great job.
And we got some confetti.
There we go. Excellent job. And then following the Batmobile, we've got some special service vehicles from the West Brownsville Fire Department. On the west side, as they said, on the west side. Again, to remind everybody, this year's theme, you know, that's why you're seeing Spider-Man, Batman, and everything, is superheroes for this year. And I've noticed a lot of the kids in the crowd, they're all dressed in like Batman shirts and different
Spider-Man.
shirts. It's great. This is really a theme that the kids really like. Coming up next is the marching band from Best Center. Best Center always puts on a nice sounding band, so let's take a listen to them, Mikey.
And here we have the Hawk, done by Sigma Kappa and Theta Xi.
This is always one of my favorite superheroes. For whatever reason, I've always liked the Hulk. And it looks like Theta Xi Company have done a really nice job representing the Hulk in Pops. Hulk smash.
Yeah, and I see David Masson, one of our meteorologists, leading the pack.
Excellent. Let's see if Hulk will actually smash.
Yeah.
Or if he's just going to spin for us. That looks like he's already gone through the brick wall. There's the pieces laying alongside of him.
Yeah.
But somebody knows they're superheroes because they got it right. The green is right. The purple pants are right. So they've got him going. Hup! And there's Spider-Man falling behind the Hulk. High five in the crowd. Oh, the kids love him.
Kids are really into the costumes.
Yes, they are. And see, there are some dogs in the parade.
Yeah.
There's a little banner from Alpha Phi Omega. And Spider-Man's walking along with them. I think the kids were asking Spider-Man for some candy, and he said, "I don't have any pockets, sorry." Well, Spider-Man's working the crowd, though, I'll tell you what. There we go. We got a nice Corvette in the parade, followed by Indiana Jones and Captain Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow.
Boy, when you got superheroes, I mean, you just don't know who's going to show up in the parade, Mikey. And representing the Alumni Association, Dr. Dawn Wilson, a 1968 California University homecoming queen, coming back. I guess once a queen, always a queen.
Yeah, it's great to see all the alumni coming back to support the band in the parade.
And here we got some, I don't remember them being here before, or at least for a long time. But here's some representatives from the Rice's Landing Volunteer Fire Department. And riding on top of one of the tankers for Rice's Landing is some of our former homecoming kings and queens riding along with the parade. Following them is the Charleroi Area School Marching Band. So let's take a listen to see what Charleroi High has to for us. And following the Charleroi High School Marching Band, led by two dogs again. I like the dogs in the parade.
Yeah, it's the I Am Ironman float.
Yes.
Done by Sigma Tau, Gamma, and Alpha Sigma Tau.
And this is nice too, because it's got Stark Towers, it's got the Iron Man there. Different moving parts. This is a nice float.
Yeah.
Well, I like this. I'll tell you why I like this one too, Mikey. All the matching shirts with the Iron Man on the back and everything like that. They've got a lot of spirit. And for a lot of the judges, it's not just the pop and the moving parts. They like to see the spirit of the organization, and this group is doing an awfully nice job. Well, there goes Iron Man, and following behind Iron Man is some of our oldest members of parades coming in. This is the Syria Shriners Camel Corps. They've been doing parades here for 30 years, and they are always a crowd favorite because these guys do a wonderful job of charitable, raising money for charities and everything like that. But these guys, if you watch them on these camel wheels, Mikey, you'll see they're a lot of fun.
Yeah, I noticed them coming in. They look really awesome.
Yeah, you can watch here. What's nice to watch and what's nice to follow the camel wheels, you see most of the ones in the back.
With the wheels on the back of the car.
With the wheel in the back, and there's only a couple of them. He'll go one way, and they'll make room for him, and he'll come cruising down doing wheelies. And it's funny. Watch, here he's getting ready to go. The kids love it. There he goes, man, popping wheelies. These guys are great, and again, like I said, the Syria Shriners do a wonderful job as a charitable organization. It's great to see the camel wheels back in the parade.
I need to get one of these bikes.
Yeah. I think this guy's getting ready to, he's waiting for them to move forward. He's going to pop one maybe right in front of us. We'll see. Or is he just, nope, he doesn't have a wheel, so he's just falling behind. And one of our alumni, Tom Barbo, must have had some sort of pull because, believe it or not, the Denora Fire Department is here. So thank you, Barbara, for sending your fire department in for us. We do appreciate it. And falling behind the Denora Volunteer Fire Department, another float, and it's your oldest superhero from 1931 Action Comics #1, Superman.
A lot of team service for this one. Everyone wearing their Superman shirts.
Oh yeah, this is great. This is great. Even got the Daily Planet there with the ball on top.
Yeah. I see the kryptonite they have in the corner.
Yes, you got it with the little caution
type. I
love it. I love it. This is great. They're stopping now in front of our judges booth right now. Let the judges take a good look at them. We got 5 judges this year judging the floats to see who's going to be the best float this year. Take the trophy home. What's nice again about superheroes is the theme. Like all these floats are very colorful, and all these groups, it seems to me, have done a wonderful job building them. So we got DC, Superman, and followed right behind them is
the Avengers.
You gotta love it. DC and Marvel together again. There they are.
Got Iron Man up front. One of my favorites, Captain America.
And Thor.
And Thor going at it.
The mighty Thor.
Just like the scene from the movie when Captain America and Thor fights go off.
Yep.
So
There we go. Iron Man shooting some things out of his repulsors.
You got Stark Towers.
Yep, this is great. This is great, man. You gotta love it. And the kids love this too, because you can see all the kids' eyes seeing all this stuff going by them. They just got wide-eyed. This is a great parade for kids with superheroes, candy getting thrown at them. I mean, what could be better? And I'll tell you what, Mikey, if you've never built a homecoming float, believe me, it takes a lot of time and effort that goes into this, from the design phase straight through, building the parts, putting it all together, and all these groups put it together the night before. And here's our Rescue Unit 42 from Washington Township Volunteer Fire Department. And here we have another band coming through. Looks like the West Green Band coming through. Let's see if they're going to stop and play us something.
And here we have Acacia with their Real Life Heroes float.
And like I said, this is a very nice float and everything like that, but I think they kind of stretched the superhero theme.
They went a different way with it, but...
Exactly, and
firefighters.
If you speak against it, you're like, boo! Yeah. But at the same time, you kind of feel bad for the other groups that went along with the theme, Batman, Superman, whatever. But like I said, they did a nice job, because I always look at the construction side of things. And what's really funny about this float is, it looks like they're rescuing the Clarion Eagle.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that. But you never know. But it was a nice job on the float. Nice group going by. And guess what, Mikey? Another fire truck.
Another fire truck.
This was from Republic. We always used to talk about that. We always used to wonder, with all the fire trucks here, what would happen if there was actually a fire? And we did have one year, and what happened is the fire company, whatever, I can't remember which one it was, just pulled out of the parade, went up the street, and they went off to fight a fire. They're followed up by the Grindstone Fire Department. And coming into view right now is the Alderdice High School Marching Band. This might be one of the first years I can remember Alderdice being here as a band. So I'll tell you what, in response to their first year here, let's take a listen to the Alderdice High School Marching Band. It was the Alderdice Marching Band, followed up by another float. And hey, Captain America's in this one too. Mikey, tell us about this float.
Captain America. This is like the Capes Crusader versus the Arkham Asylum is open. And you see Captain America's shield is moving, which is pretty cool. Yeah, Captain America behind the float, the Hawk. Batman, Superman, Robin.
That's a nice looking float. Again, if you've never built a float, you have to be amazed, but the amount of effort that goes into these things to make them look so nice.
There goes Wonder Woman too.
More superheroes falling and
Yeah.
throwing candy. You gotta love a superhero, Mikey, that throws candy at you, you know? I think the only thing is I would not want the Hulk throwing a Tootsie Roll at me. I think it could go right through me, you know? And here we go, another group from the Shriners. This is the Horse Patrol, Mikey. You got horses in the parade this year. There we go. You gotta love horses in a parade.
Yeah. I grew up, my neighbor has a lot of horses, and I would go over to his house and ride them, which was also pretty cool.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. And of course, the most important person in the parade is the pooper scooper that follows behind the horses. And I believe, Mikey, that's going to do it for this year's parade. I can see the traditional last vehicle, which is one of our Cal U Vulcan Flyers. So what did you think?
I really liked it. The superhero theme tied in great with all the floats.
I think everybody did a wonderful job, and you did a wonderful job. So for both Mikey and myself, J.R. Wheeler, we'd like to thank you for watching the 2015 California University Homecoming Parade.